take a look around your house. Take a look down in that cleaning closet where you keep all those products. How many of them do you think are poisoning you? Poisoning you? What? Christine Padovan is on the line with us this morning. Christine is an author and an advisor on toxicology based on personal and professional experience. She's the founder of Paladina International, providing teaching services and assisting those who believe they have been or are experiencing poisoning from intentional, accidental, or environmental sources. Christine, it sounds pretty serious. I know we think about the things in our house that we're breathing in, and around these parts we think about stuff like radon, and we need to be concerned about that and doing testing for that. We're not thinking that we're exposing ourselves to harmful chemicals just by what we're cleaning the house with, for instance.
Right, we don't. And what's interesting as we're getting older and smarter, groups like toxicfreefuture.org and other companies and universities are doing more testing on what is exactly in our products, because they've noticed over the years how people get certain allergies, illnesses from being exposed to certain chemicals. I'll just give one really quick example. My uncle and aunt in Italy owned a paint shop for many, many years, and perfectly healthy people, but then 20, 30 years later, constantly breathing in those fumes, not properly ventilating the air in the shop, they came down with catatonic nerve issues. Basically, my uncle couldn't even move to dress himself. So, yeah, I mean, it's we're noticing this as time goes on, that we've got stuff in cleaning and other products that can harm us.
Our conversation with Christine, brought to you by Marcus & Mack, voted best personal injury law firm in the Best of Indiana County contest. Marcus & Mack, a law firm representing injured people. Christine, we're thinking of really common things that we are exposed to. And we think back as well to another day, a simpler time, as they call it, 20, 30, 40, or 50 years ago, when these were such common things within the household, and people never gave consideration to these things, that what might be making me sick in my very own household. But this new report that identifies 30 categories of products that deserve special scrutiny, what are some of the things that we're thinking about? What are some of the products that might be harming us that we really never even considered?
Well, we're look at the products such as like Pine Sol, a lot of the Lysol and Clorox cleaning products that we think, oh, well, it's great disinfectant and more is better. And, like things like this, actually even turpentine and things like that you use in a very enclosed environment without proper ventilation. My friend Melanie has a cleaning business and made the mistake of using solvents like that to take apart a floor. And she knew the mistake right away. Hours later, breathing issues. Her jaw was even almost frozen. And things like that are pretty toxic to our bodies.
So we think about heavy metals. We think about gases that escape from some of the compounds that we might use to clean the house or to do other tasks around the house. What are the safety measures that we should be taking?
We should definitely have a higher MERV rated filter in our air handler, like a MERV rating 11 or higher. There are now technology from NASA called Active Pure, where you can actually put some of this technology in your air handler to actually neutralize VOCs, volatile organic compounds, from these cleaning products. So, and also, I also recommend to people, it does also viral protection, is take a glutathione supplement daily to your regular vitamin intake to keep toxins moving out of your body and keeping them from creating health issues down the road.
All right, so say that word again for me.
Glutathione, Glutathioне. I have a rumble.com channel called the Paladina that's now on Roku, on the Awake Freedom TV channel,
Mm-hmm.
free to view, and great educational videos on there that spell that out and give tips like this for people.
Yeah. Well, most folks are going to say to themselves, "Well, gosh, Christine, and I've never heard that word before. Where am I going to find something like that? That's not at the corner store." But is it fairly commonly available?
Yes, GNC and the Vitamin Shoppe have glutathione, and Amazon sells brands of glutathione. I get pretty much everything from Amazon shipped to me because I just have very little time to go to the store.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's definitely readily available. It's a natural element and been studied since 1970. It even helps protect the body from viruses such as COVID. So
Wow.
It's a great product to use.
When I introduced you, I said from personal and professional experience. You have evidently experienced this on a very personal level.
Yes, I was intentionally poisoned with heavy metals, and my suspects are former and current medical and pharmaceutical people, and they do this with nanotechnology to keep the elements from being seen in regular doctor tests. So that's another thing we educate on, that forensic toxicity testing to try to change the standard in the medical industry, make forensic toxicity testing a standard, and so many more people would be saved and treated properly, knowing what the toxicity level is in their body.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. The website, again, is, you said what, thepaladina.com?
Well, there's thepaladina.com.
Mm-hmm.
There's heavymetalpoisoncenter.com. And on rumble.com, people can go to rumble.com and look up the Paladina. And there's great educational stuff there that we put out and to help save people and animal lives as well.
A lot of folks, of course, rely upon our government to legislate against harmful chemicals being exposed, or us being exposed to harmful chemicals. Are there efforts on statewide levels across the United States, or even on a federal level, to get a better handle on this?
Yes and no. Unfortunately, I mean, the government is always busy doing so many different things. That's why you have toxicfreefuture.org, universities and groups like that promote and show the studies proving that certain chemicals are harmful, and then actually talking to manufacturers directly to make those changes. So is the government doing a lot? It takes a lot of time to get the government to do something. So I would say more groups like my company and Toxic Free Future help make those changes. And
and as
the average citizen,
we have been talking mostly about cleaning products around the house and those sorts of chemical exposures, but it's even in things like beauty products. We hear more and more about lipsticks and nail polishes and things of that nature.
Right, and that's why you have more companies such as Sally Hansen, a company called Nohea, that make formaldehyde-free nail polish. So, yes, absolutely, you're right. And there's more and more research on that as well. And people are getting smarter about that, too, seeing that and choosing more formaldehyde-free products to keep themselves healthy without harming themselves.
She is Christine Padovan. She's joined us here this morning on Indiana in the Morning. The website she mentioned, heavymetalpoisoncenter.com and thepaladina.com. That's Paladina, thepaladina.com. Christine, thanks so much for visiting with us today.
Yeah, thanks so much for having me on.
Have a wonderful day.
You too.
It is
Bye.
the voice of Indiana County, WCCS, 101.1 FM, AM 1160, and WCCSradio.com.